Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I am going to show you how to create category links and put them in your navigation so it's really easy for people to be able to find different parts of a store, a blog, video content just by the category link. So recently, I got a few comments, people asking, how do you create separate links? So if somebody clicks on loungewear, for example, as you can see here on my site, they'll see those products in loungewear. This is a demo website, obviously, but if they click on shop and they see shop all, they'll see everything. And then if they want to go to a specific category, how do they do that from a navigation point? So I'm going to show you how to do that now. The video will be broken down into 3 parts. We're going to start with how to make sure you have categories set up properly. Then we're going to create the links and put them in the navigation. And the third part is just additional details that we need to cover as we go through this. So the first thing we're going to want to do is go to pages. Now, the one thing I do want to say before we get started, you can do this. If I click this little plus sign and show you, you can do this for blogs, you can do this for stores, you can do this for events, and you can do this for videos. Portfolios don't have categories, but the 4 others here, they do. So you could do the same process for any of them. The other note is this. Let's say you want to do this for a store. And let's say your store is classes and products. Let's say you do yoga and you have yoga classes that you sell, plus you have products like t-shirts and water bottles and things like that. In that case, I'd actually recommend having 2 separate stores because those items are so different. Now, if you're selling menswear and you have accessories, you have outerwear, loungewear, all those things, they can go in the same store. But if the base of both products are just completely different, I would recommend having different stores. So I would create 2 stores and work that way. But if you want to break things down by category, let's do that process now. So I'm going to click on my shop. As soon as I click on it, there's these categories listed and then it says all. Now, if you don't have any categories yet, it'll look something like this. This will be the first page you see. So if you need to create categories, just go to any of your products or click the plus sign and start a product. But you'll just go to any of your products, click the 3 little dots, and then click edit. Once you do that, you'll click organization or you'll just scroll down. I'm going to click on it here and you'll see there's a section called categories. At the same time, everything we're doing for categories, you can do for tags as well. So for categories, I'm going to click add. Here, I'd recommend do it once. You could just create all of them in one go and be good. So here, you just start typing and you could say pants. Great. I'm going to click add. Just like that, I've created a new category, and then you could do more and more categories. So as you want, you could create as many as you want. Go from there. If you need to make an adjustment, you could click edit, add, or delete. I'm going to click edit, and you could see here is all the information breakdown. So you really want to make sure the URL slug is proper. So what I mean is, let's say I typed in more and I clicked add by accident. I need to change 2 things. I need to change the name, so that's right, and I need to change the URL slug, so that's right. You want to make sure the URL slug starts out proper because you don't want to change it in the future, mainly for SEO purposes. But now that's good to go. We are set. Filter visibility, I'm going to check this one off and I'll show you why in a moment. Couldn't update category, try again. Looks like it saved. No, it didn't, but let's try again. Cool. Perfect. So you see this little cut out, so it's not visible. That's cut out. All right, so I'm going to click done. We are good to go. I will click save. Perfect. So if I go back now, it's going to show me all these categories that I have, which is great. You could also access these categories by clicking on the settings wheel. So if I go to the back to the very first page, I click shop, I click on the settings wheel, or I click into it, and then I click the settings wheel here. You'll see it takes me straight to the categories, and we have all these categories listed. If you need to reorganize them, you find these 6 little dots, drag it to where you want. This is a really bad UI. Click on it, drag it over the center, and then you could drag it down, and you'll be good to go. Then that should work. Here, you could also come in, click the 3 little dots, hit edit. If you want to make those adjustments that we just did a moment ago, you could do that here as well. I'm going to click back. And for this more, I'm actually just going to delete it. So I'm showing you the full experience of how to create, delete, adjust, change, all of that. All right, we are good to go. So that is part one. You have your categories created. Now we want to find the links and start creating links and put them in our navigation. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to click on one of the categories. I'm going to click on accessories. You won't have to do this for everyone, but I want to show you how this works. So in the top right-hand corner, I'm going to click on this little arrow. And the reason I'm going to do that is because if you watch my URL up here, just watch how it changes. When I'm in the editor, when the menu is on the left, it has this weird like config/pages and these random numbers. That is not the URL. That is in the editor, what page you're on, that's it. But for the actual URL, you click this arrow, and as you can see here is the clean URL. So only thing you need to copy is the gray text. So everything after the / is that's all you need. So I'm gonna hit Command C, I'm gonna copy that, and then I'm gonna go back, and now we're gonna start creating links. So we're gonna create this up here, and the way I'm gonna do this is I'm actually gonna do it in the not link section. I like to create stuff in the not link section, and when it's ready, drag it up to the live section, the main navigation. So for not linked, I'm gonna click the plus sign. The first thing I'm gonna do is create a folder because we need a folder to house all the links. And so I'll click there, and I'm gonna call this store and hit save, hit enter. Now I'm gonna click add page. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add a link. You'll see it here at the bottom of the options. I'm gonna hit link, and then here, call it what it is. So this is accessories, and then I'm gonna paste that link I had earlier. So click save, we are good to go. So we have created that. Then you could do that for all the other pages. Now, let me show you a different way you could do this. I'm gonna hit link, and then here, this is gonna be loungewear. And what you could do, there's a few options here, but if you just type in /, you type in the word shop, you'll see the one with the little products, that's the store. I'm gonna click on that. But we still need the category. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit this little gear wheel, and this hidden menu shows up, and they did this feature. I'm so happy they did this, but if you are on a shop page, you'll see the categories here. So you could click and then choose the right one. So I will hit loungewear, then hit save, and you'll see it will update the URL here. And then click save. Boom, we're good to go. And then you could just basically do that for the other ones as well. So I'll go here, link, and I'm gonna do new arrivals, and then shop / new items. I believe that was the URL I had. Let me double check. Yep, new items. So that is good to go. And then you'll just keep going from there. Now let me drag this up here. The one that you want to consider as well as you create all these categories, I actually just jumped ahead, but let me go back a step. Add page, and then I'll click on link, and let's do shop all. So this one will just be shop. So just like that, shop, hit save. You could put this at the top, you could put this at the bottom, whatever works best for you. I'm gonna keep it at the top for now, and then I'm gonna put new arrivals right underneath it. And what am I missing? Leather goods, let me just drag it up here, and let me drag, no, I have accessories. I have all of those. Okay, great. So I'm gonna get rid of this one, and now we have that. So let's start testing it and make sure it all works. So you could see store, I'm gonna hit shop all. Perfect, you can see all the products here. As you can see here, I have the category showing. Let me show you how to make that adjustment. So in here, if you go into the editor on this page, and where it says manage items, click the pencil next to it. At the very bottom, there's a ton of options here, but at the very bottom, there's these category types. So show you how you wanna have it listed, you have options, you can play with these and make sure it shows up the way you want. Currently, I have it set to top. You could also have it set to sidebar, just like that. Now, that page is done and saved. Now, all the pages in your store will look the same. So for example, you don't have a sidebar on one and the categories on top on another. They all look the same. So now I could go in here and click on any of these, But at the same time, I could go back to the main navigation and then click leather goods, and you'll see it'll take me directly, as you can see here, it's bold as well, which is really nice, to the leather good products. And then if I click loungewear, same thing. And what's really cool is you could see that, say, new arrivals is hidden, but I have it as a category. So that way it's really easy for me to mark specific things that are new arrivals, but not necessarily have it as a category. Now, in e-commerce, typically in a case like this, you do want new arrivals to show up in the list, but I'm just showing you how it works. And one thing to check if you're setting up a store and you're at this phase of the project, I don't know why Squarespace does this, and this needs to change like as soon as possible, but go to the settings wheel of your entire store and go to SEO. If you set this up, it'll be good. But I keep noticing that it says new items in the top here and it says store one. I don't want it to say store one. Just remove it and it'll copy shop as it says shop here. So click save, we're good to go. Obviously too, my branding is everywhere because I keep saying I'm gonna do shop, and this is gonna be shop demo. Perfect. You don't want it to say demo, but this is a demo website and I have a ton of content. So, okay, cool. Now that is all set up. Looks much better with shop. And this says new items because that is the category. So again, if I go to shop and then I go into categories and I'm selected on new items, I could hit the three little dots, hit edit, and then I could change this. So if I really want to say new arrivals, I can do that. So if I hit back, saves, close, you'll see it just updated up here as well. All those details matter. They're small details, but they matter. Finally, if your menu happens to be right justified, not left justified, this is left justified, looks really nice and clean, but your menu happens to be right justified, check out our website. We have a plugin. It's a few bucks, few lines of code that will help you do this. Don't know why Squarespace natively doesn't do this, but 2 or 3 lines of code will save you. It's a few bucks. It looks a lot better than having it right justified. Boom, and just like that, you have it all set up. Again, you could do this for videos, you could do this for events, you could do this for your store like we just did, or you could do it for your blog. You could also do this for any type of tags in any of those as well. And if you don't know what videos are, I have another video I just published recently, so check it out somewhere around here. It'll be linked for you on what the video pages are and how you could leverage them. Friends, if you got value from today's video, hit that like button. When you hit the like button, it tells the YouTube algorithm some fancy, important, critical information, but it tells me you got value from today's content, so hit the like button. Next, if you're looking to beef up or boost or 10x your Squarespace website, check out the links below. We have a ton of resources for you. Plugins, downloadables, ebooks, blog posts, a ton of things for you. Finally, if you got value from today's video and you're looking for more content just like this, consider subscribing. We publish 3 new videos a week. I can't believe we're publishing 3 videos a week right now. It's a lot of content, but we are. We're publishing 3, maybe even 4 videos a week right now. So if you want more content like this, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.